So we're excited. It's there's been a beautiful trailer has been produced, and it's it's deep into development. We hope to have a broadcaster attached to it soon.
Very cool. I will definitely keep us up to date. I definitely will plug that on our Facebook page when you guys get it. That'd be
Please do.
great.
Thank you.
So, all right, back to the actual show. I got totally sidetracked. That was really awesome.
Sorry.
That's okay. Fine. It's fine. We
Got
actually,
a lot of things going on.
That's fine. Back to the actual show. Because these are questions that I've always wanted to ask. Where did the idea for Nina and Knit Knots come from? Especially Knit Knots, because my brother-in-law loves him. He absolutely loves the guy. So I just wanted to know.
Mover Scott created Knit Knots, I remember, and the name and just the whole notion of the boring guy. Or at least that's what I think. If any other mover did that, I apologize. That's how I remember, and it was very. I love the name. It's very funny. And we actually we always had, knew we wanted to have a female character on the show. She actually had a different name in all of the early versions, and then in the pilot even that we shot with Disney, and then one of the execs at the channel said, "Let's name her Nina," and we said, "Okay."
Why not? Why not?
Exactly. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the story there. So and then Warehouse Mouse, of course, is an awesome character. I'm really proud of. So it's, we like that. We like all the characters a lot.
Yeah, we were at the first concert. I remember my son was freaking out because the Warehouse Mouse came out. I think you were in Milwaukee at the Milwaukee Theater the first time you guys came here.
Yep.
And we were at that show, and he went up because, oh my God, Warehouse Mouse is on the stage. Oh, sidetrack. At that show, you actually said hi to my son, and I don't think anyone realized it at the time.
That's so funny. Up in the crowd or something?
Yep, up in the crowd. You came up to the crowd, and he ran up to you, and you tapped him on the head and said, how are you having fun, little mover? And he talks about that still to this day.
It's funny. Yeah, on those big theaters, I used to spend more time up in the balcony than on stage. It was a lot of fun.
Did that come and surprise us? It's like, right behind us. Oh, cool. That's really cool. So I kind of got sidetracked again. So, okay, back to this. Whose idea was it to bring in the celebrities? I know you guys had like Duff, the Muffin Man, Joey Fatone was a member of the baseball team. Whose idea was that? Was that you guys or was that Disney?
Well, I mean, we just we all love that. The more cool, fun guests we could get, the better. And so, of course, Disney has a lot of contacts, so they were able to get a lot of these folks to get involved. One of my favorites was Sherry O'Terry from Saturday Night Live. She was so funny and fun to work with when she played the Tooth Fairy. So,
that's one of my favorite episodes because it makes me laugh every time I watch it.
It was good. I mean, it was really fun. Plus, just she's someone who I love watching her work in other places. So it's definitely cool to be able to watch people that you've admired on screen and then get to be shooting a scene with them. Maybe my favorite was Reginald Bell Johnson who played Sergeant Al Powell in the movie Die Hard.
Oh.
Die Hard's one of my favorite movies of all time, and so he came and did a day working on our show, and was the nicest guy in the world, and let us all geek out about all of his movies and stuff. But we actually the character he played was the scene. I had to keep hugging him goodbye.
Oh, I remember that.
So I hugged him goodbye like 20 times that day on camera.
That's funny. That's hysterical.
Super nice guy.
Well, that is really, really funny. So I'm not going to say the word again because I mentioned it the first time. When the show was finished its run on television, that last episode for us, when we watched it, the first run, we actually got a little emotional seeing the warehouse empty. It was really weird for us as parents.
Was that the one where the lady was shutting down the warehouse?
Yeah, that episode was the last one they aired. The first run.
It become pretty poignant, didn't it?
Yeah. Because that's when we heard the news. I'm like, this is really sad to watch.
We were a little misty too, I'm sure.
I was about to ask, were you guys emotional on set during this, knowing this could be the last actual Disney episode filmed?
I think for us it was we're always so excited. Like anyone who's in this business, you're always glad to have whatever project you're working on, and you're always sort of being industrious, trying to get the next thing lined up, and there's going to be lulls. So there's a certain kind of just gritty reality to it. But there was definitely time to be sentimental. After every season, it was really fun. The crew would make like a bloopers, reel or that kind of thing for us. And we'd have a big party with everybody. There's like 100 people that worked in the show at any given time. And so we would all go out and have a big fun night, and Movers would play a little private concert for the crowd, and everyone would play a lot of rowdy rock songs. It's very fun. So yeah. And we, good thing is New Orleans is like a small town, so we all see all of our buddies from the show all the time and stay in touch.
Okay, what was it like actually to film in your hometown like that? To do a show like that in your hometown, not have to go to a big city or anything? How was that like? It had to be a lot of fun.
We were really spoiled brats. It was great because we would be here with our families and, have, not a normal schedule because the shooting days were more than 12 hours long, and they would kind of creep later every night. So sometimes you'd start by going in at 6:30 on a Monday morning, and then by Friday you'd be going in at noon and not leaving till 2 in the morning. So it was kind of crazy that way, but certainly better than the alternative of having to fly to one of the coasts. So no, it was a trip. It was great.
So after this was over, you guys actually went back independent. And did you ever expect that overwhelming response when you guys went independent? All these people followed. It was like this whole crowd of people just like, yeah, we still care.
No, it's great. Yeah, absolutely. No, we have a very, very supportive and engaged group of fans, and for that we are eternally grateful. With this release I just did for this solo album, a lot of people who I've met through my time as a mover have been really supportive and really helpful. Everyone knows that I'm terrible at social media, so a lot of these the fans are giving me, coaching me from the sidelines and telling me, do this, do that, and a lot of it's been very helpful.
Yeah, I was about to say, I really enjoyed that CD release party, as you called it. I watched it actually from work. It popped up on my phone.
Awesome.
And I was like, what is this? I watched it, I was like, wow, that was fun to watch. That was really cool.
Just me being a goof in my living room.
Just playing songs, and that was cool. Okay, what led to this album, like making this album the Golden Pick? What brought this up?
Well, I love making songs. Everyone makes fun of me. I have a little guitar that when I travel with movers, it never leaves my hand, except when I stick it in the luggage rack on the plane. I sit there in the car and strum. I'm holding a different guitar in my hand right now, but basically that's just what I love to do. And so I hope to continue writing lots and lots of music and trying to share it with people in as many ways as possible. So, Movers was great because I got to write all these crazy songs and fun songs with my buddies, and there's a special energy that you cannot replace with when the four of us are interacting. In fact, we're getting together later this afternoon to do some music. But, then I also just love writing love songs and just all sorts of songs that, that are useful in other contexts. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun. In fact, do you want me to sing a little number for you?
Oh, go for it. That'd be awesome.
I'm going to give you I'm going to do one that's not even this is this is brand new. I'm using you as a chance to keep learning this song. Sun comes up in a big blue sky. What a wonderful world I see in your eyes. Leaves on the trees, flowers on the ground. Well, send my love and it comes back around. Yeah, we're living in the daydream. Oh, it's such a good scene. We're living in the daydream. What a wonderful world. Yeah, you got me and I got you. We got all day. What you wanna do? And I wanna be right where you are, lying underneath the sky full of stars. Yeah, we're living in the daydream. Oh, it's such a good scene. Living in the daydream. What a wonderful world. Yeah, soaking up the sunshine. I'm sending you a Valentine. Living in a daydream. What a wonderful world. Yeah. And I've seen some rainy days. Been on the wrong side of the wall. My dear, you know that'll change. First time you answered my call, you got me, and I got you. Green grass grows, and the little kids too. Sun goes down, the stars come out. For you, my dear, I have no doubt. Living in a daydream. Ooh, it's such a good scene. Living in a daydream. What a wonderful world. Yeah. Soaking up the sunshine. Sending you a Valentine. Yeah. Living in a daydream. What a wonderful world. Yeah.
That was great. That was great.
There you go.
My best friend's going to be jealous because he's the only other person that's ever performed live on this show. So he's going to be very jealous when he hears this.
That's the first public performance of that piece of music.
What song was that?
It's called, I guess it's, I'm going to name it right now. It's called Living in a Daydream.
Oh, there you go. That was really,
it's
really awesome.
Actually, yeah, it's funny. I have to figure this out because I had a job to write work on a song for another project. And so I wrote that song, and then this song is pretty heavily based on this other song I wrote. So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to plagiarize myself or not, but we'll figure it out.
The fact that that's even a thought process is funny to me.
Well, yeah, it gets a little complicated. I have a lot of different things flying.
Well, that's fine. Actually, bring me. What are some inspirations for you on this album? What's the inspirations for you?
For Golden Pig, yeah, I mean, it's to me, I was trying to make something that was fun and that was optimistic, but that also reflected some of the observations that you can make when you've been around as long as I have now, and you've had a lot of successes, a lot of disappointments, and just the reality of what it means to keep a lot. So it's always, you got to work hard to keep to keep the lights on and the pantry stocked, and so just everything about life is an inspiration, and watching my kids grow up and turn into exciting individuals. But it's really just I'd say some of the songs are very much about us and our life, and then some of them are just like little screenplays, stories about like I can't write a movie or a play, but I can write a song and tell a story that way. So it's all of that. And for me, a big part of it is I just love writing hooks and melodies. And so, I've got an iPhone full of lots of ideas. Some of them terrible, some of them pretty good. So this is just a way to scratch that itch and express those thoughts and ideas.
It's funny.
So, yeah, I should play a song from the record, huh?
Yeah, you should. What's funny is you're mentioning that you always think of that music. You reminded me of that episode you guys did on the show where it's like the music's going to your head. That's what it reminds me of. You're talking about.
Oh yeah, that's not far from true. Actually, I do. Sometimes if there's something really exciting, like an idea that's happened, I will have a little hard time. Like I'll be tossing and turning, thinking of stuff, and trying to sort it out in my brain, and I get a little too hyped up about an idea sometimes. But let's see. Let me pick something from this record. How about? Let's see. All right. This song is called "Start a Conversation." Let's take it back to where you started from. I'll give you that. You got my heart beating like a drum. Up on the roof, staring at the clouds, and we're never coming down. I'm next to you, watch the stars come out. Yeah, we won't stop the world, start a conversation.